Well, I'll be damned. Trump has gone for the jugular when it comes to accomplishments and things that, in his first term, he's been able to get done. It's coming to us from Fox News. U.S. signs historic peace deal with Taliban. Pompeo strikes cautious tone. This is written by Paulina Deja? Diage? Yeah, D-Dash? I'm not sure at all. Because there's not two D's. So that, Didash. Um, Either ways, the United States signed a historic peace treaty with Taliban militants on Saturday aimed at ending the 18-year war in Afghanistan, which began after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo spoke cautiously in front of Taliban leaders in Doha, Qatar, calling the agreement a true test of their commitment to peace. We will closely watch the Taliban's compliance with their commitments and calibrate the pace of our withdrawal to their actions. This is how we will ensure that Afghanistan never again serves as a base for international terrorists, he said. Pompeo's arrival in Doha, Qatar on Saturday followed reports that, just days earlier, he had informed a conference of U.S. ambassadors at the State Department that he was only attending the signing because President Trump had insisted on his participation. Two people present told the Associated Press. This agreement will mean nothing, and today's good feelings will not last if we don't take concrete actions on commitments and promises that have been made, Pompeo said, seemingly directed at his counterparts. Among those in attendance were leaders of the Taliban who harbored Osama bin Laden and his al-Qaeda network as they plotted and that were and that celebrated the hijackings of four airliners that were crashed into lower Manhattan, the Pentagon, and a field in western Pennsylvania, killing almost 3,000 people. That was the 9/11 attacks. You're 19 now when that took place. That was no, not even yet. You're 18. You're 18 right now. If that took place, jeez, dude, that's time. That's crazy, man. It really is. The crazier part is I was in basic training when it happened, and that's my birthday. So like it really was one of those things that changed everything for forever. And one of the things that I can't help but notice that changed is just how brazen and gung ho the establishment has become in that time. They went from pretending and playing around with, slowly stripping away, our rights via just kicking it into overdrive and got out overdrive, and us really sitting back and saying, "Go ahead, cause oh my goodness, shoot, we got attacked. Holy shit!" So, it was a reasonable reasonable response from the American people at the time, but the leadership, crisis and opportunity. I think it's JFK that said that crisis and opportunity in Japanese is the same symbol. Among those in attendance, as part of the agreement, the U.S. is drawing back a number of the approximately 13,000 troops stationed there, although more than 8,000 will remain to ensure certain counterterrorism conditions are met by the Taliban. Another condition of the agreement calls for the release of 5,000 Taliban members from Afghan-run jails, although it was not clear if the Afghan government will comply with that. A senior administration official told reporters earlier this week that the deal explicitly mentions al-Qaeda and calls for the Taliban to cut all ties. The U.S. is also working for a complete ceasefire, which will be discussed in Oslo on March the 10th. I know that there will be temptation to declare victory, but victory for Afghans will only be achieved when they can live in peace and prosper, Pompeo warned. Victory for the United States will only be achieved when Americans and our allies no longer have to fear a terrorist threat from Afghanistan, and we will do whatever it takes to protect our people. So yeah, this is pretty fantastic news. Okay, like another feather in the man's cap. Seriously, he like it's so this is nothing to do with how do I put it, this should be nonpartisan. This should be something that as a nation we get behind and say, yes, thank you, finally, this is awesome. But let's be real, this, like, when it's for me personally, it's hard. it is so hard to sit there and maintain like, oh my goodness, Orange Man's so terrible, so bad, because he keeps doing awesome shit. And one thing about us as a nation that I think goes understated is how much we love awesome shit. So seriously, this is fantastic. It really is. It's a step in the right direction. I mean, like all things, one day at a time, right? Like all things, you got to take it a day at a time. But this is pretty good. This is pretty damn good. And just so salute to President Trump for this, because really, this we were lied into these areas. It's been such a long time, and it really is good that the troops, or more of the troops are coming home, and hopefully we can make it to whereas these areas can never will never have the urge or the want to produce the type of people who will who hate us just for our way of life. Like, come on, let's be real. There's plenty of other reasons to hate us, right? So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you know my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fan of your boy over here. Bang the bell for notifications there, buddy. And speak. Let me know what you think in the comments there, okay? Like, I really want to go, oh yeah, America, yeah. I want to drive a big rig right now. with a big red, white, and blue sticker on it. Not sticker, but like a flag just draped all over a monster truck, and just like slamming and shit. America, fireworks going off and shit. Cause fucking, I love awesome, man. I really do, and this is pretty awesome. But you may disagree. You might still be under some Orange Man bad fallacy. So let me know. Let her rip in the comments. All right, boys. Until the next one.